they got the house and the picket fence, man. Damn, I'm still living with mom at 23. Okay, you're not homeless. The grass is always green on the other side. An idiom spoken millions of times by millions of people to convey the message that things aren't what they seem. That looking at other people's gardens, that looking at other people's situations, by looking at other people's partners and relationships is not fruitful for one's spirit, for one's soul. We need to realize that the grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you pay attention. In this age of social media, in this age of technology, in this age of comparisons, and we need to make it in our 20s, we need to have this by this time, and we need to have this by this age, and we need to have this amount of money, we need to have, we need to have this, we need to have that, and how come they have this and I don't have this? We live in an age of comparison, and we need to know that, and we need to realize that comparison is a very sneaky thief. It's a very sneaky little person that'll just sneak up on you, and it'll rob you of your joy. It'll rob you of your accomplishments. It'll rob you of the good things that you have in this life. You know what I'm saying? You just got your bachelor's degree, but someone just announced that they got a doctorate. And now you're comparing and be like, damn, they're making more money than me. Damn, they got this. Damn, they got that. Damn, they have doctor in their name. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be finally making it into JP Morgan, and yeah, you're an intern, but you're in JP Morgan, and this could bring a lot of connections. It can help you move up in the financial world. But you're out here looking at the person who was a director at Morgan Stanley. We need to realize that we need to stop looking at other people's gardens and stop looking at other people's crops and stop looking at other people's houses. And we need to tend to our own grass, our own lawn, our own garden, our own flowers. Because this is why we don't see any growth. When you worried about everybody else, you have no time to worry about yourself. You have no time to worry about your own self-growth. You have no time to worry about your own garden, worry about your own roses that you just planted, worry about your own potatoes that you just planted, worry about this grass that's now sprouting all these weeds of jealousy, these weeds of comparison. You know what I mean? We need to tend to ourselves. We need to begin to shut out all the distractions, whether that's via Instagram or gossiping or whatever it is. Shut out all of our distractions, and we need to begin to focus on ourselves inwardly. Focus on ourselves inwardly, which will then manifest outwardly through the fruits of your labor, through the fruits of your spirit. Instead of worrying about this person's education and this person's career and all this different stuff, now you're worried about your education. Now you're worried about your career. 3, 4, 5 years down the line, now you're making 20, 30 grand more per year than you were 5 years ago. Now you have a new degree. Now you have all these scholarships. Now you have this and then you have that. Now you finally got the car. You know what I'm saying? Instead of worrying about, oh man, this guy got an Audi or this guy got a BMW and I just got a beat up Honda, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are crapping on your own self. You are devaluing your own self. You are putting outer people, whether that be family, whether that be friends, coworkers, associates, even your own partner. You can even become jealous of your own partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. That can happen. Your own brother, your own sister, your own flesh and blood. It can happen. I've seen it happen. Where you begin to become focused on other people's accomplishments. You begin to become focused on other people's life, their milestones, where they are in life. Damn, they got married. They have 2 kids. Oh man, they got the house and the picket fence, man. Damn, I'm still living with mom at 23. Okay, you're not homeless. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are on the internet. There's this meme where like this dude is on the bus stop looking at the dude on the bike. And then this dude is on the bike looking at the dude in the car. And then this dude is in the car looking at the dude in the airplane. And this dude is in the airplane looking at the dude on the private jet. And then this dude's on the private jet is like, damn, I'm busy. I wish I was like the dude that was just on the bike, carefree, riding the bike. You're never gonna be satisfied until you find something within, until you begin to form a relationship with your creator. Until you're able to form a self-love relationship with oneself. The grass is greener where you water it. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Yeah, that relationship may look sweet and all that stuff, but are you willing to put in the work? You know what I mean? We all want the results, but we don't want the work. We want the trophy, but we don't want to go through the training. We want the belts, the championship belts. We want the big checks. We want the followers, the subscribers, but we're not willing to put in the work, you know? Like, imagine if I was just handed a year ago, handed 100,000 subscriber YouTube account. I would flop it within the first 2-3 months because I would not know how to handle that. I have to go through the work of putting out a video and it not be received well. By putting out a video and only getting 20 views. By putting out a video and only getting 15 views. By putting out a video and asking for comments and getting zilch. You know what I'm saying? By putting out project after project after project and none of them are performing well. Even though I worked for hours editing it, shooting it, writing my script, doing all these things, researching, it does not matter and it still flops. Still get only 30, 40 views. You know, we want the results. We look at all these other people like, damn, they got successful like that. Damn, they did it like this, or damn, they did it like that, but nobody sees the work. Nobody sees all the effort that person put in. You know what I'm saying? We're out here instead of watering our own plants, working on our own plants, working on our own flowers, we're looking at Tom. We're looking at Stacy. We're looking at David. Instead of looking at us and be like, you know what, I need to work on this, let me go and put in this work. Damn, my grass is brown. Let me actually show it some love. The grass is greener where you water it. So the skill that needs to be obtained, especially for my very driven people, my very driven individuals, my very goal-driven individuals, you know, who have a vision long-term for how they want to see life, and they have all these goals for their family or for themselves and all these different things. What we need to do is we need to be satisfied with the now, but not be complacent. You know, there's nothing wrong with being satisfied for where you are now. The internet, social media, it'll make you feel like you should never be satisfied. But no, that is completely false. Be satisfied with the bread and water you have right now. But do not be complacent. Always look for growth. Be better than yesterday. It just takes a little bit to be better than yesterday. Be satisfied in your lack, but do not be complacent in your lack. To be complacent is to just be like, this is what it is, and I'm fine with it. And I'm just gonna stay here. No, you don't wanna do that. Complacency is a killer. It is a killer of drive. It is a killer of goals. It is a killer of all things goals-wise. Learn to be satisfied with the now, but never complacent. Learn to not compare yourself to others, but to compare yourself to your past self. Damn, am I better than last time? Did I lift that weight better than last time? Did I handle that situation better than last time? Did I not react angrily like last time? Did I not gossip like last time? Did I not speak that person out his name like last time? Did I just make an extra $1 than last time? Did I get 5 more leads than I did last time? Was I able to answer more questions on the test than last time? Compare yourself to yourself. Never compare yourself to others, because everyone is on different paths of life. Everyone was ordained to have different destinies. And remember that when you are in lack, this is the time when it is the most important to be grateful. Be grateful that you're in lack in the first place, because you could not be here. You could look it up. There's a counter for all the people that have committed suicide, for all the people that have died of cancer and heart disease, diabetes, died of war, been killed, shot, raped to death. There are thousands of people to where these things happen to them, and you're alive and you're able to lack. Just the feeling, to be able to feel pain is beauty. It's beautiful, because that means that sooner or later you are going to feel joy. You just have to be patient and stop worrying about everyone else and just tend to your own garden, tend to your own lawn. It has been I, The Don's Journey. I shall see y'all in the next video.